Welcome to Crash Bandicoot 2 Developer Time Trials Part 1. Yes, it is finally time to face the developers on Crash 2. Now, when I did the Platinum series over a year and a half ago now, it was really difficult for me to get the Platinums in this game. I felt like I had no time. I felt like I had to play the levels perfectly to get a Platinum. So I'm interested to see what it's going to be like to get the developer times. I think I've definitely improved as a player since then. Let's see what this is all about. Turtle Woods is a 42:35. I'm not really going to be PBing these levels, to tell you the truth, because the thing is, I'm just not as interested. Now, mainly in Warped because of all the vehicle levels. Like, I'm really not bothered about what time I can get on, you know, bye-bye blimps, you know what I mean? But also, too, because there is the hop sliding technique that you can do. It's like a really quick way of getting through the levels. So I could get like a really good time without it. But then if I just did the hop sliding mechanic, I'd destroy that time easily. I wouldn't be able to demonstrate because I don't know how to do it, but yeah. I don't know. Nice, we're definitely going to need to clear every single one of those. How are we going to do these hits quick? Oh, that's going to be slower than my Platinum because I didn't do that in my Platinum. Another thing about Warped is that it does have the addition of the bazooka trick that you probably want to do. I think it's worse in the Wrath of Cortex because you've got to do it from like really far away in the Wrath of Cortex. You don't have to, but, you know, obviously you're going to get a better time the further you go away from the clock before collecting it. How am I think, you know what, we do like a slide spin. Jump, like when we clear the other gaps toward the end of the level. The classic. The accidental pressing B to slide, but accidentally belly flopping it instead. I knew he was there. I just didn't want to wait for him. No! You're joking. Wait. Oh, you can just... Okay, well, that's something, at least. What are we beating? A 42? Well, this is not it. It was close. I can actually fall in one of those and still win. I think this is quicker, right? I remember it being slightly quicker than... Please pick up the damn crates. We're not going to get 5 levels done per video if we're going to play like this. What I might do is come back to a select few levels at the end of this series and then PB those. Now, I did say that for Crash 1, but the thing with Crash 1... Brother! I landed on the mole and what I was going to do was slide jump back up instead of doing all of that. But because I landed on the mole, instead it put me into a belly flop. We're already doing this multiple times in level 1. That's brilliant. What was I even saying? I forgot what I was saying. Oh yeah, I didn't need to do it in Crash 1, really, because I got all the times that I kind of wanted while going through the series. You know, most of the time I would PB a level at the, you know, before moving on in that developer series. So, didn't really need to come back and do a whole lot of improving. Because even at the end, I'm still not coming back to Jaws of Darkness and PBing that. This should be it. Just jump on it, thank you, that's it. 41, terrible time. Could get a sub 40. Not going to, though. Snowgo is a 41.88. Platinum for Snowgo is a 42.88, so it's actually just a second quicker. So yeah, this was one of the really strict times. And I was like, how am I going to do this quicker? Well, I only need to do it a second quicker. And I'm better at the game now. Don't know why I picked that up. Didn't need it. Look, watch this. See, I missed the 3 box. Now that is an elite strategy right there. No, I watched this video back a few days ago. I wanted to see how bad it really was. And I actually saw myself do a really good strategy at this point. It was like something like that. Ideally, you slide through the Aku box, jump into the 3 crate, land and hit that box, and then move on. As you can see, though, it didn't really go that way. You know what? Sure. I'll accept it. So this time, I'll start my slide a bit closer to the box. Get a move on! I'm going to try and utilize ice as well by just constantly sliding on it. Are you going to kill me? No. But the ditch definitely will. You also want to land on the middle of those because he kind of does like a repositioning animation. Good practice regardless of if I do this or not. It's like I either missed the 1 box, and it's really not quick either way, is it? Because I'm getting stuck on the ice for some reason. Like, he just doesn't move when I land. Crash, get up! There's like a little thing there that you can get stuck under, where you can't get back up from a crowd. Yeah, that bounced right in front of me while I was jumping. Cool. Great timing on that. It's another thing Crash 1 doesn't have. Nitro crates. That was an unfavorable timing there. I wonder if I could slide before going on the ice, land on the Aku box, and then therefore land on all the others. Let's see. You know what? It was slightly slower of a split. But I think I made up for it by doing the rest of it quickly. So I think I'll do that every time. Should be quick enough to get the developer time. I'm actually kind of happy that I'm not going for PBs because I don't have to fully optimize everything, you know? As much as I have to. It's kind of nice to just get the developer time. Okay, nearly... I don't know. Wait. I remember watching the video. That was so bad! This is not it. This is not even close to it. What is it? A 41? Not even close. Not even remotely close. Yeah, I actually do like the developer times being challenging. Because, again, they weren't in Crash 1. You know, even levels like Stormy Ascent. In fact, the longer the level in Crash 1, the easier it was. Because you had more time to make up from the developer. Here, I'm actually being challenged. I need to do all of this well enough. I'm not going to do this strategy anymore. The amount of times that I miss that and then cannot recover it. And he does it again. And it doesn't work. But it is better, though. That's the thing. Oh, he repositioned. It's fine. Who cares? Okay, this is somewhat better. I still did it. Missing that box was genuinely painful at the end of a decent run. That is 2 developer relics down. Barely got that, you know, because I missed 2 seconds and it was kind of slow overall. But again, like the thing is, it's developer time, and that's what I'm going for. The platinum here is a 5624, and the developer is 5173. That was probably the worst way of doing that. I thought it would go a lot better in my head. So I don't mind that that happened. What I'll do is just boost, 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 until I get to the end. These levels should actually be quite fun. Every single level, I think, so far. Every single damn level so far that has happened. Again, the reason this happens is because slide is on B, and so is belly flop. So if you accidentally land on an enemy's head that you didn't expect to land on, and then you go to slide, yeah, guess what? You're going straight into the belly flop. I wonder if I just skip this. Who cares? Nah, that's slow. Didn't realize it puts me straight into the air. Go, 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 go. There's no way I don't get developer if I just boost straight to the end. What is this? 40... 5073. Okay, easy. Easy develop time right there. That's 3 down in one video. The goal is to get 5 done per video, and that way there's only going to be 5 videos in this series. Well, there's 27 levels, but those 2 shouldn't be too bad. The pits. Now, what are we dealing with here? The pits is a 1 minute 34 platinum and a 56:34 developer time. It's going to be easy though, isn't it? I'm just going to slide until the very end. It goes for enemies, it goes for crates too. If you don't expect to land on them and then you initiate a slide, good luck. That's the thing with Crash 2. The levels don't line up at all for speed shoes. We're down a second already. A lot of times you'll have to stop sliding or running because you're not going to make a jump that's in front of you. It's happened a lot already. Don't know what pathway is faster. I don't think it actually matters. Like right here, it doesn't really line up at all. Not the end of the level just yet. Should be now, though. No? One more. I missed a crate, but what are we dealing with? 56? Dude, that was easy. With a missed crate, that was easy. I'd be curious to see if I actually get slower times. Because I actually think I have beaten some of the develop times in this game in that series. Well, no, I beat 3 and they're all toward the end of the game. Crash Dash is a 5968 platinum and a 5568 developer. This one should be fun. Well, actually, no. I was going to say, you can only, you know, slide. But that's actually going to be why it's difficult. Because if you... No, I've just realized, yeah, these are going to be very difficult levels. You're going to have to slide as much as you possibly can, while at the same time not hitting any mines or, of course, going into a ditch. And I remember these being really tough for the platinum because I had to memorize every location. Fact, you know what? I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I'm not sliding. I'm going to run the whole time, and I'm going to beat the damn developer doing it that way. I'll slide at the beginning because I know that I can and do it safely. So it is like a bit of free speed at the beginning because I know it's possible. But then after here... Actually, past the fences. Okay, so yeah, through this bit, that's when I'll stop. Unless I know it's... Again, when there's electric fences, I know there's nothing happening. Or this big bridge. can't make that up! What even happened there? Oh, we missed a crate. Doesn't matter. Okay, yeah, there's a little gap there to the right of that that's a bit bigger than the rest of the hole. Okay, that gets the crates for me. Okay, well that's something I learned from that shitty attempt anyway. Okay. The gaps in this, they line up so shittily with the trajectory of the level, right? Like, so much that all I want to do is hit the Freddy laugh from FNAF 1. When you don't initiate the slide because you know they're there and you still land on them. It's okay, it's all about memorization, which I'm clearly very good at. What you do is you... When people say that relics were never added in Crash 1, they were never in Crash 1 or 2, so they don't really work well. I can tell you what, mate, I absolutely agree with you. I can see it when it comes to Crash 2, not Crash 1. I think they work great in Crash 1, actually. But... in Crash 2, like, just call it a skill issue at this point, because it clearly is. Ha! See, that's called memorization. I know what I'm doing. This isn't as hard as it needs to be. Hang on, my fucking finger is strained right there. Thankfully, I did not go for a slide there. Otherwise, that would have been it. Okay, no slides here. Live as long as possible because I've never been here yet. Hang on. No, that's fine. Please be it. Yes! That is it. That is it. Nice. 5 relics on the PC version of the game. I've actually nearly 100%ed the game on Steam again, by the way. Insane Trilogy. I have 70 of 74 achievements. I love clicking W, because, by the way, you can't go back on the thing. I can't just go from A to Z. I have to go all the way down. Alright, well, that is gonna be it for the first video. Didn't take as long to record, to about 45 minutes, which isn't too bad for 5 relics. 5 developer relics, that is. Probably took me longer to do the first 2 levels in my Platinum series than all of these. But still, the belly flop, the accidental belly flops, the sliding into a ditch, and just all these other things that you don't want to do probably took a lot of that time up. Let's go up, and in the next video we'll do whatever's up here. This should be another fairly good warp room. I think it was warp room 4 that was the worst. There's like, I think it's like Cold Hard Crash and a bunch of other ones that are like really tough in there. But thank you for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. I know I'm not PBing levels, but at the end of the day, I'm getting more levels complete per video. I know they're not going to be interesting time. I don't know if anyone does race against... I know Tooney races against my time sometimes. And he hasn't started Crash 2 yet at the time of me recording. So I'm not really setting any interesting times for him to beat or anyone else to beat, but it's still going to be hard. You know, the more difficult levels we get to, the longer it's going to take me even just to get a developer time. But yeah, thank you for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. Definitely subscribe if you're new here, and I will see you all in part 2.